Hello my friends and welcome back to the rabbit hole. In today's video, I'm coming at you barefaced for another skincare trial, but this is definitely a little bit different. About probably 6 months ago, somebody asked me to give my thoughts on celebrity skincare routines, and I thought, oh, that'd be really fun to do as one of my 2-week trials, right until I started looking at the prices of some of these skincare routines and realized that's not gonna happen. And then, my friends, I stumbled upon Kylie Jenner's skincare routine. And you know what? Not only is it shockingly affordable and drugstore heavy, but I am quite familiar with a lot of the products that she uses because they're my holy grails too. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you my experience using her routine, or 8 products from her routine, how I felt about the products, if I really agree with her. And at the end of this video, I'm going to kind of give a little more thought into the whole celebrity skincare routines. How much should you use them as guidance for your own routine? We'll talk about all of that, but I'm going to go through all of these products and tell you how much I agree with her or not. Let's do this video, how much I agree to how little I agree, shall we? Number 1 on my list is a holy grail for myself. It is also the moisturizer that Kylie Jenner supposedly uses, and this is the Benefit Total Moisture Facial Cream. I can't believe that my favorite moisturizer is from a brand that is best known for their makeup, but here we are, what a world we live in. I think the reason I love this moisturizer so much is that it not only is extremely hydrating, which you'd expect with lanolin being the 3rd ingredient, but it also plays really nicely with makeup. It's just a perfect moisturizer for dry skin, and when you have dry skin, sometimes you'll put on a heavy moisturizer and then your makeup just does not agree with it. It'll start doing this flaking off thing. This doesn't do that. This is just a beautiful cream. I think it's had kind of not the best reputation in the skincare world because they've reformulated it so many times. So you go and read reviews and some people say, oh, this didn't work for me, but how old is that review? Were they using an old version or the newer one? It gets complicated, but I love this. One thing I'll say about this is $42 for 1.7 ounces. Don't pay that. You can get this on sale for $21. That's what I paid 3 times now. 3 times. So there's no need to buy this at full price. It's going to be in some kind of a sale, probably at Ulta. I love it. I agree with you. 5 out of 5 stars on this one, Kylie. Yes, this is fantastic. A second holy grail for me, and one that I've talked about many times on this channel, is Mario Badescu's Drying Lotion. This is such a stinking good product. If you have any acne, which of course I do struggle with, you put this on overnight and by the morning your acne is smaller. You have much smaller pimples, they're almost gone. Kylie actually had a snap showing her using this, just dipping the cotton swab in, putting it on her pimples. Totally agree. This is a great product, one of the best that I've ever tried. 5 out of 5 stars here. I just purchased 2 more of these for 50% off, so this is another one you don't need to pay full price for. I'm telling you, Kylie's routine is shockingly affordable. Let's do this one while we're here because I also love this. This is the Mario Badescu Facial Spray with Aloe, Herbs, and Rose Water. This is $7 for 4 ounces. This is a smaller size, but this is a great product. I always have one of these around my makeup area because I use it the same way that other people use Fix Plus. I use this to wet my brushes so I get more intense eyeshadow payoff. That to me is the best use for this. I think there are better mists on the market as a toner or as just a mist throughout the day. But I still really love this for what it is. If this saves me, how much is Fix Plus? $21? If this saves me $14 every time, then yes, this is what I'm gonna stick with. So yep, 5 out of 5, totally agree. Next, we have a couple of products from Kiehl's. By the way, this is a sneak peek for my next trial. It's gonna be a big one. This is the Kiehl's Creamy Eye Treatment with Avocado. This is fantastic. This is $30 for a ½ ounce, which is basically the exact same price as Olay or other drugstore eye creams. It's a really simple formula, and I say that in a good way. It's very heavy in shea. It does contain avocado, which you can kind of see from the color of it, kind of this creamy yellow color, which actually is really nice for brightening the under eye area, and also very hydrating. It's free of alcohol, it's free of fragrance. All the things that I look for in an eye cream are here. The only caution I would have is it does contain parabens. Personally, that doesn't bother me, but I like to mention it just for anybody who it may bother. I was really impressed with this. I give this a 5 out of 5. Alright, then the Kiehl's Daily Reviving Concentrate. I would give this a 5 out of 5 stars of agreement, absolutely, except I feel like I need to be a little cautious about the fact that it does have citrus oils. Citrus oils make you a little more photosensitive to the sun, so at the very least you need to make sure you're pairing this with a sunscreen, which our Kylie Jenner does do. I didn't test her sunscreen because I have my own, but that would be something to take note of with this. Otherwise, this is a really nice facial oil. It's very lightweight, it's squalane based. And because it is a lighter oil, what it gives you is kind of that glow effect that a lot of oil gives you, but without that grease ball effect that a too heavy oil will give you. And I think that's actually a lot of the appeal with this, is that it does kind of instantly make your skin look glowier. And to me personally, that's the best kind of product. This is something that's going to give you a glow that lasts because it's actually improving your skin over time versus, you know, just throwing a highlighter on. So this was really a great product. I'm excited for the Kiehl's brand. Then we have the L'Oreal Pure Clay Mask in Detox and Brighten. This is $12.99 for 1.7 ounces. Obviously, it's a drugstore product. Great price, but I can't really say that I personally loved this. I'm not a huge clay mask person in the first place, so take this whole part of this video with a grain of salt. But to me, it was pretty drying. I've tried some clay masks that are not anywhere near as drying as this one is, even though it claims not to be drying. It's also really, really heavily scented, which makes sense. I think most L'Oreal Lancome products are. But is it really necessary? I mean, it's not gonna smell great. It's a clay product. I think I can just accept that. But yeah, I can't say this is a personal favorite. I'm gonna give this one a 3 out of 5 stars. So I finally tried the Pond's Cold Cream Cleanser. This is a product that has existed for a very long time, but I think it was more popular a long time ago, if I understand correctly. This is supposed to be a deep cleanser that removes your makeup, but ooh, it just wasn't for me. I'm gonna be honest that I'm not actually sure this is a Kylie Jenner favorite. The way I saw her use this or show it on a Snapchat is that she showed an unboxing of this product that was diamond encrusted with her name, and she did say it was her favorite makeup remover, but I don't know how much that's everything's my favorite versus this is actually her favorite, because this didn't remove my eye makeup. It was okay for removing face makeup, but just not effective enough, especially compared to products like the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. That works so much better than this does. However, bless Makeup Alley, because I went to Makeup Alley and found a way to use this. Turns out you can just use it on your entire body if you have dry skin, as I do. And you know what? That's a nice step in the shower, so I ended up liking it that way. But personally, I'm never going to try to use this again for removing my makeup, so I'm going to be hard on this and give this 2 out of 5 stars just because I don't really feel like it did what it was supposed to. Last, and in this case, least, is the Clarisonic. Kylie showed that she uses this in a video that she did with the brand Kiehl's, and I don't doubt that she uses this. I've known a lot of people use a Clarisonic, but I have never been a huge Clarisonic fan. I've always felt like it's kind of hard on my skin, and sure enough, I started using this, and maybe 3 days into it, maybe even less, I started noticing bumpiness on my skin that kind of turned into acne, and when I pulled this back out of my routine, the acne started to subside. So I feel like what I suspect the problem is with the Clarisonic is that it can be kind of harsh, and if you have open acne on your skin where you do have the bacteria kind of getting out, the last thing you want to do is go in there and scrub and move that bacteria all around. I think that's my problem, since obviously I do have the bacteria on my skin. That's the case for all of us that have acne. So I think for me, something that's much gentler and not really spreading that bacteria is a better solution. But at the same time, if you don't have open sores, even if you have acne but you don't really have any active breakouts, I think you could probably use it and be fine. I'd just be cautious with this if you have sensitive skin or acne-prone skin. And that's why I'm only giving this a 2 out of 5 stars of agreement, because I think a lot of people buy this because they do have acne and they want to clear up their skin. You know, we still have that, at this point, antiquated idea of wash your face more thoroughly and your acne goes away. This only makes my acne worse, and time again, that's been my story. So I want to end this video with some final thoughts and also what I think about celebrity skincare routines. First off, I do think that in general, this is not a bad skincare routine. But I also noticed it's pretty heavily influenced by certain brands. There's a lot of Kiehl's. She even uses more Kiehl's, supposedly, in her sponsored Kiehl's video. Kind of a lot of Mario Badescu. Was the Pond's authentic, or was she just sent literal diamonds in the mail? I'd probably snap that too. Now, just to be clear, before I get into this segment, this is my opinion. I don't have any receipts. I don't feel like digging for any either. This is, that's not my world. But I think it's important to try to remember that when somebody holds a lot of influence, as obviously Kylie Jenner does, her posts are valuable. If Kylie Jenner posts that she uses something, it is a high probability that sales on that item are going to go way, way up because she has this very, much younger following that really looks up to her, and that's nice. But at the same time, that means that she in herself has value. I think it's important to remember that companies know this as well, brands know this, and they're willing to pay for that. And especially with Kylie Jenner being as huge as she is, of course she has some kind of an agent who is going back and forth with brands saying, okay, we'll talk about this and here's the amount of money that we'll get for it. This is just generally how things go. Again, I can't say this with certainty about Kylie, but I highly suspect it. But I think there's still an authenticity within that. So for example, I know she did a Kiehl's sponsored video. I like the products that she picked. I think they're fantastic. Maybe the brand is fantastic. I was really impressed with those. But, she still, with this I can say confidently, she still did get paid by Kiehl's to promote those products. And the other part of this discussion that we absolutely have to say is that this is not Kylie Jenner's complete skincare routine by any means. As I've said recently, very, very wealthy, successful people have the best dermatologists. They're getting the best facials in the world. They're probably getting certain cosmetic surgeries performed. This is a gray area. I don't really know with Kylie. I believe she's had her lips done, right? But they do have more access to the treatments and the therapies that would give them the best skin that a human can have. I feel like it's important to say this because, I buckled down and used all of Kylie's products for these past 2 weeks, but my skin is still my skin. It's still, struggling with a little bit of breakouts over here because I'm a normal person. So I guess my point here is to take all celebrity skincare routines with a giant grain of salt, realizing that the products they talk about, they probably did receive some kind of kickback to promote them, and also it's most likely not the full story. But overall, am I impressed with the products that she does claim to use? In general, yeah. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure you hit subscribe if you want to see my thoughts on Kiehl's. I believe I've got 15 products. It's going to be another big one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.